bad for full on groin pull on the left side with a funky lumps around cysts, sit bones in butt cheeks. It hurts to spread the knees. I'm on crutches and a rolling chair using ice packs and hyssop and marjoram and rest.
Well, those are good. I would probably use marjoram. What's she using? Marjoram what?
Using ice packs and hyssop and marjoram and rest.
I think those two are good. Rest is definitely good. I would add, if you have it, helichrysum and terebinth, and just kind of rotate them and just keep treating. But boy, it sounds like you had a little accident or a fall or something. Yeah. What happened? I'm just curious. Was it like a fall or an accident or?
I had a really nice, a classic little old lady fall, slammed to the ground. And of course, everybody is hysterical to get X-rays, but it's very clear now, 2 days later, that it can't be the pelvis because it can't be the hip because I can full weight bear, I can move everything except the inner groin muscles, and um, and it's uncomfortable to spread my legs and or to somewhat to spread them in or out, but I can walk just fine forward, picking up the knee and putting it forward.
Yeah.
That makes
So strain with the adductor. And it could be both adductors, it could just be one, but I would do the helichrysum and the terebinth from the, kind of close to the floor of the pelvis, all along the inner thigh down to the side of the knee.
okay. I haven't quite covered quite that much ground, but I'm certainly willing to.
Yeah. Like
Um,
it sounds like you strained your adductors, which is
that's what
basically
I.
your inner thigh. Yeah.
Is there any point? Will X-rays be able to catch it at all? Because I'm
If it's
figuring
a
that.
if it's a strain, no. Like X-rays would be just whatever happened to the bone. And then if there was an MRI, if there was a tear or, something like that, or, um, you know, ligament got torn or tendon got torn or something like that, the MRI would show that, but a strain doesn't really show up on anything. Like it's just, so, it's a soft tissue issue. It might show that there's a little bit more bulging in an area of a muscle, like, the muscle is thicker than normal, which is just kind of means like a strain.
Right, well, and it feels uncomfortable at some point. It feels bruised to sit on at some point, and kind
Did
of,
you fall on your tailbone by chance or no?
no, it seems like I fell on my side, sort of,
Okay.
and then
I
it.
I would watch that, and if symptoms escalate, I would definitely do something. But the icing, and that's pretty much what the doctor's going to have you do.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
All the same thing, and do something anti-inflammatory. It could be digestive enzymes, it could be black
The
cumin or turmeric or something
the
like
happy
that.
happy side of having them already pre-dosed me with, having doing prednisone for another use, so the devil drug at least is being useful in this case.
Yeah, that would cut down the inflammation quite a bit.
Yeah, 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 and I do if and we'll just kind of hold tight and not worry about a tear until it's if it keeps
Well,
improving
I'd
gracefully.
wait to see how your body is responding. A lot of times with a tear, there is like a kind of like a deep bruise that surfaces sometimes days afterwards. Because a tear means that there was bleeding somewhere. So a lot of times they'll look like some kind of weird bruise, or like a day or two, three, four, a bruise starts to appear. It's like the blood's making it to the surface, but it can happen and not have that. And so, afterwards, nothing you can really do about it right now other than what you're doing. If there's a tear, and then if it's significant enough, then you look at other means. Most times, if there's a tear, depending on where it is, you do some physical therapy to build up um, other areas so your body can compensate. Or if it's significant enough, they just go back and reattach it. But that's if the tear is tearing away from the bone. A lot of tears are more in the belly of the muscle, and
Yeah.
that you just let heal like a cut. It's like a cut that's super deep that didn't pierce the skin. Like I have tears where muscles pulled from the bone and the belly, like they really kind of frayed and everything. As long as I do maintenance on it, I mean, I don't have the shoulder that I used to, but I also don't have a shoulder that needs to go under the knife. You know what I mean?
What kind of physical therapy, just ballpark, would you recommend?
I would let it heal right now. Like I would,
Yeah.
and then let your doctor prescribe. They'll probably give you rubber bands to work to like, move your body different ways, or they might put you on some machines. They might even have you like ride a bike or something like that. With something where you're having adductor issues, um, you know, they might put you on one of those like grease boards where you go back side to side, like a speed skater.
Yee.
Yeah, could be something like that. So it would depend. Those guys are
Uh,
way better at that kind of stuff than I am.
oh yeah, yeah. No, that's why just ballpark. But we need to rest for another week or two before we start doing any of that jazz anyway.
Yeah, I would say try, getting around on crutches. I would say rest a lot, but still try to stay a little bit mobile.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
even just getting up, walking around the house, going to the bathroom, and then rest, do compression, elevate whatever you can elevate, ice
How am I
whatever you can
compressing?
ice.
How am I compressing? Icing is easy, but how do I compress? I haven't figured that one out.
Like ace bandage, like wrap it
And
with an ace bandage.
just around the whole
Yeah.
hip, or just the leg?
If it's around the whole hip, where like,
Really
I
high.
mean, do you have like an old pair of pantyhose that go all the way up past your hip?
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, just put those on.
I'm an old lady. I got a painting house.
Yeah, put some of those on. Like it's like a compression stocking.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I used
So,
to have like football players and stuff. I used to make them wear pantyhose on one spot. If we couldn't find a brace or something, just like man up and wear some pantyhose.
oh, great. And that will justify all
That's a
this
really old
pantyhose.
joke that never went over well.
Yeah, no, I can see that probably not so much. But yeah, I've been saving these pantyhose for decades. So
Yeah,
use them up and throw them out.
yeah.
Okay.
But you
Excellent.
want to
All right.
keep compression there to minimize the inflammation and accumulating in particular areas. So
Okay, okay. Thank you. So we want
yeah,
compression. This part I
yeah,
haven't done yet. Oh, compression. All
yeah,
right. Thank you.
yeah.